to the Pro Sport Analysis Show, your number one show for all your sport update and analysis. Charlie, today we just can't talk about the EPL. The EPL has been fantastic this season. The last round of matches, Charlie, they were superb. And as we predicted, Manchester City actually carried the day, winning the trophy for the season. And that will be our focus today, talking about the celebrations and jubilations going on at Manchester City. Of course, there were a lot of, records on the weekend, and we'll be focusing rather on Manchester City. Before we do, let's give a shout out to one Kwame Nyame. He's been a fantastic fan, supporting the channel every now and then, with all the comments and likes. Charlie, we really appreciate you. Kudos to the fantastic work he's doing. He actually proposed that we do more of the tree version. He really liked that one, and I want my pandit to flow in the tree and the pigeon, as that is what Kwame prefers. So yes, to start with, let's go with Manchester City. They actually did the 4 in a row, which has never happened in the EPL. No one expected that Manchester City, of all the teams, the big 6 teams, in England, Manchester City was the one to do this. So let me move to Chichi and then hear his thoughts concerning that.
Okay, thank you very much for the question. And Charlie, say Premier League, my last matches all be mind busting.
Yeah.
Always when he left them 38 matches where they can't play, it be mind busting. Because the drama, the goals where they come inside and Charlie be serious. Especially for the 6th and the 6th to 15th positions. These them they don't get any contest at the end of the 37th game. Because it's mostly the people that will play the Champions League. And the ones that will play the Europa League, where the Conference League too, whereas they talk about the 6th to 15th, it means the squad and they in between, they have nothing to lose. Exactly. They are not going for relegation, they are not fighting for anything. So they go all out in the matches where they find themselves. So you will see goals, then change the flow for the games inside. Pushing the teams pushing for more goals, and that is what we saw last weekend.
Right. So there were a lot of goals, and as you may well know, this season has actually been a record. The season with the most goals in the EPL. There were a lot of records set on the weekend, and one of them was Manchester United finishing off on the worst position ever in the EPL era. My Man U fan here said we shouldn't talk about that, so we wouldn't be delving into that. We would rather focus on their noisy neighbors, Manchester City, who have made it 4 in a row. Charlie, it's not be easy. 6 trophies in 7 seasons. What do you say about that?
Oh, it's a good thing for all Manchester City.
It be like they carry the glory from the United side.
They never carry the glory.
It be like they carry in recent times, Charlie. Go.
Yeah. So if you are saying in recent times, that one they're fine.
Yeah.
But the glory, they can never carry the glory from Manchester United.
Anyway.
You understand?
Yeah.
They just did 4 in a row,
which has never been done.
Sure, but when you talk about, winning the EPL consistently, we have done it 3 times, twice.
Okay.
They have not reached that level.
Okay.
And one thing that is worrying, Manchester and the other clubs in England right now, that is why City is dominating, is that you realize City, they have done the building process for a very long time. Gvardiol have done that, because if you look at most of the teams right now in England, the change of managers, when it comes to Manchester United, when it comes to Chelsea, they have, and that has been their main issue. When you look at a team like Arsenal, Arteta has been with them for quite long. So the building process is there. So you realize every season they are building up on it. Unlike the other things, after one season they have to change coach. That is their problem. So City, at least this is their time, they should enjoy.
Right. So the last day, there was a lot of expectation. Arsenal were, putting all their hope in West Ham to actually topple Manchester City. And Kudus was in the media talking that he wanted to do it for his brother Partey, and unfortunately, he scored a beautiful goal in there, but that wasn't enough to stop City.
Kudus there, he forced. But I feel like that thing he can't out talk me. Like it will be private something.
Okay.
But if you and your brother communicate, where you don't want try to help out, so say the team go do what to lift the trophy. Like a conversation like this, it will be private.
Yeah.
Once you can't talk, you go make the match a different match.
Of course.
Right now,
It be mind games. They try play mind game
so
for them.
eyes go can day one could you your top.
Yeah.
Two, the City players, how they will expect the game. Now it will be different level.
Yeah.
Because what you can talk, it means say them now because they for win the match to
Yeah.
take the trophy.
Yeah.
So right now you can't talk say this is what they go on. It means say you get lane plus Arsenal say
Sure.
you for do anything,
Sure.
give them, make them lift the
Sure.
trophy. So that's why it was say Kudus was doing everything possible for Arsenal and for rather Partey to do it, lift the trophy, but then Charlie. Then Enfa. Then whatever you go do, then Enfa.
Charlie.
This be Guardiola where he fight for the Premier League.
Exactly.
Hey, one match left.
Charlie,
So
but
Etihad-
who scored the goal? Have you see how he poop?
No, the match now say Kudus played very good game. He did see him passes, him running, the dribblings, all they make. He did his best. But me as I see the comment, they talk say, you pay.
Yeah.
Who go support you? Where you pay to, if you do everything. Where City, then be like more than team. If one person know that the game said then Haaland in he say they inside.
Yeah.
But as say for this season they do
They on
everything.
fire.
You do the show or give City the Charlie, they deserve say go score the goal.
Yeah, so that is something we actually mentioned that after Kudus making all that noise in the media, that indeed Kudus has had a fantastic season personally and individually on the day he could actually make some efforts to ginger his team, but of course playing against Manchester City it will need a whole teamwork, and unfortunately his team wasn't there to support him to actually pull some points from City, and they ended up winning the league. Charlie, another thing where they be say City no lose match this season, this year, not a single one, and that is what has actually helped them to win the league. Arsenal lost to Aston Villa, and that one loss has really cost them. City getting to the latter part of the season, no they lose match. What be them mentality? I mean, what they help them make then they finish off the season in style like that. Because be Arsenal pay the mafia, Liverpool too then take do them.
Yeah.
So now it means if get 90 and above, they take league for England that too.
Yeah, so as you rightly said, City there, if you look at their team, I would say that they get the finishing ability.
Exactly. The mentality
Anytime,
be different.
yeah, and the players too as well. If you left like let's say 5 or 8 matches,
Yeah.
you realize Charlie, the momentum for that remaining matches be, more. They just want to be consistent, and it will be hard for them to lose match when they know that they are approaching the title. So as you said, City this season, as I said earlier on, the building process for City has been very phenomenal, and you realize that the cohesion between the players too has been there. Most of the players
Like they build the system.
they build the system, so they are just enjoying their moments now.
Because
So
you see, they do lose a lot of very brilliant players as well.
Yeah.
They lost Cancelo, they lost Jesus,
Gundogan,
Zinchenko, Gundogan, Mahrez, all these players going, and then they still managed to win. Even the new ones who came in, you could see Charlie Doku.
They are
Like this has
fitting,
been very, very
You see what
instrumental.
Bruno talk here? Bruno say like they get finishing.
yeah.
One they get finishing though. Where if the Sansu dey the top there forget.
That one there.
The pressure, Charlie. Go over you.
Whatever you go do there.
Go over
You
you.
no go fit.
Go over
You
you.
like score 5, then just go take one goal, then get them at 3 points.
Charlie.
That be all. That be what they hear.
Them
Getting the 3 points at the end of the season with less matches left, Charlie, in the here.
Yeah.
This year, then Arsenal they score 5,
Plenty
6.
goals.
Yeah. Yeah, but even at the latter part, then City they score some.
Oh yeah.
Because then the goal gap be like 8. But
Yeah.
at
I
the-
mean,
at the end, they blow some cry, yeah.
I told you say you go see at the end of the season, the City get goals past.
Yeah, City
I
can
tell
get
you,
goals past
I
Arsenal.
tell you,
Yeah.
you will get goals past Arsenal. Arsenal, they mean another transfer.
Charlie. But you see, when we talk about Pep Guardiola too, he's been an excellent coach since he came. Charlie, 17 trophies for how do you call it? Man City in 7 seasons, right? 8 seasons now.
7 seasons.
Yeah, he came 2016.
Yeah.
Yeah, like his 8th season that. So yeah, 17 trophies in 8 seasons.
Yeah,
That'd be serious. That'd be serious. So at least 2 every season.
What Pep they doing?
What you know take?
Mind busting. What Pep they
you know
doing?
take?
Serious.
Charlie.
But Rooney talk something.
Okay.
Rooney talk say always there are people they talk say like Pep he be good, he believe that thing. But one thing he steady be say every day, every season, he dey fight for the trophy. Like that be the first trophy they can't take. He dey that way aspire as he say now it be true. As he say it be true. As they scored 2-0 way, Kudus can't share that go with the back season.
Yeah.
If you see Guardiola for the back there, then he dey drink water. Charlie, as the goal come now, he just fly the bottle away. Why
serious mentality in there. Right, so let's shift to the players who actually made it possible. Let's talk about Haaland. He actually won the Golden Boot for the season. What do you have to say about him? He had some injury along the line. I'm sure if not for the injury, he could actually have added some more goals. Yeah,
sure. That's true. So I told you when he was, leveled with Cole Palmer, and most of the Chelsea fans were saying that Palmer would take the Golden Boot. I was just laughing because we know Haaland last season, we all saw him. The consistency was there. He has played, about 2 seasons. First season he won the Golden Boot. This is the second season, and was at a point he was on top of the goal charts before surprisingly Palmer came into the scene. And so when Chelsea fans were like Palmer will win the Golden Boot, I was just like, after scoring that hat-trick against Manchester United, I was just saying that Haaland just need a match to just extend it. And he did it. That was when he scored that 4 goals against, is it Luton Town or something? Yeah. So Haaland, to me, and I know to other football faithfuls, it is not a surprise for Haaland winning the Golden Boot for the second time. He is not a good controller of the ball, but when you give him the opportunity, he will utilize it for it, and that is what we expect from a striker.
Right. So he actually mentioned it himself that striking for a team like Manchester City, there it is expected that the striker, whoever is striking there, should produce goals. So he's just doing what is expected of him. So we could talk about the player of the season, Phil Foden. What an instrumental season he's had. This has been his best season ever in the Premier League. He's now on 6 EPL trophies at the age of 23, the youngest ever player to get to that tally.
What you got talk? The boy good. The boy fucking good. What you got talk? And then Guardiola talks, he always he encourage her. See, now he be young. Where the boy they play to. They see he get that light say Charlie for reach some place. So always need to try always improve on himself. But that's why they say always be a improvement day in performance inside. That boy they be good.
Right. So yes, Phil Foden, Haaland, Rodri. Rodri on 74 games unbeaten. That is also unprecedented. Well, Manchester City is just in for breaking records, and who knows? Probably next season they are the favorite to win again, and that will be 5. With the troubles going on at Chelsea, now that I hear Pochettino is even resigning, Klopp also leaving, Man United also in shambles. Next season it is likely.
The Premier League nankase. I be ready. Guardiola take him 6 times. We take 4
in a row.
You go do go catch like 9 or 10. I did tell you. EBC also.
Now the only competition is Arsenal for next season, unless some magic.
You know the competition safe. If you be Arsenal there, if like you be United, where they from there. But Arsenal there, don't forget.
They trust
Arsenal there. Where are Liverpool now getting a new coach? Now they
struggle. Last season they chop sick. This season, Charlie, the stats know the lie.
Now the coach also they can't bring in tactics. Then the players go play along them. So Liverpool next season they know them on. Where United too.
Oh, United, yeah, forget.
United,
This season they
Why
finished
do
them
I?
at worst. This has been your worst season in the
What
EPL level.
they do as if they attack United.
I know they are
they
No,
attack
me
people.
from my
We
look
dey
of
talk
things,
what
that
is
is
on the
how
ground.
it
Bro,
dey go now.
What you dey see wey
Mostly
what
United matters.
But you relax. You know this will be your worst finish.
Oh, I know the toss no be our worst finish, but the way
See the goals you concede this season.
that one no be issue.
See where they
It no
you
be
dey. You
issue.
dey 6-7 figure they can't play for Europe next season. Before you realize, then Chelsea
Make
from
this
nowhere
a-
just come then
Team
kind
wey
of
you
overtake you.
sack,
And
sack
now
and
you go
pass
there,
people.
Charlie.
United is
Anyway,
sad
well,
too.
it's not only Bruno who is frustrated about Manchester United. There are a lot of Manchester United fans who cannot even watch their matches these days. So I don't blame him. It's really
Oh, I be
disheartening.
Bruno say if he dey force.
It's really disheartening.
The team no dey form, but still na always dey
You will be.
What else
Charlie,
they
you will be.
supposed to
Bruno
do?
dey force, no be the other one.
We
They no dey
me
watch safe.
see one thing about supporting United. You know, if you are supporting Manchester United, the pride of supporting the team
Allah.
is there. That is one thing. You see, we have seen it all in football.
Exactly.
So supporting
Exactly.
United, you
Exactly.
have the guts to speak.
You see,
Yeah, we choose.
Arsenal is doing very well these days, but
Yeah.
most of their fans don't have the guts when it comes
Abi,
to
abi.
okay.
football. You understand?
The fans
So
say
that
we
is
don't
the
get
pride
it.
of the Red Devil.
Right. So
Yeah.
yes, Manchester United still have the pride. You know, of course, they have the about 20 titles in the EPL, and that is the most, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so they have the most, so they can talk. Yes, Arsenal cannot talk much because they've not got into that pedigree yet. United will still remain United, although
Forever.
the glory days are
Forever.
long gone. Right. So yes, on this note, we bring today's show to an end. It's been a very fantastic time with you, and we'll see you in the next one. Yes. So kudos to our expert technician. Charlie, make I use technician or make I use this one? Technician good. Yeah, I expect technician was so always on the cameras doing the good job for us, Charlie. See you in the next one.